The morning sun shines down on the vast savannah of Kruger National Park in South Africa, where birdsong fills the air. On a patch of open land covered with lush green grass, a lion cub plays around its mother's feet, its eyes sparkling with innocent joy. For many days now, the mother and cub have been familiar with this corner of the forest, carefreely rolling around on low rocks, oblivious to the movements around them. That morning, the lion cub accidentally noticed a tall tree trunk and secretly thought it would be an ideal place to cling to and explore. The mother lion was still leisurely watching her cub from afar, but had not yet realized the potential danger that could occur. With all its curiosity, the lion cub began to climb up the tree trunk, trying to keep its balance, even though its legs were still weak. Satisfied with its initial success, the lion cub continued to climb higher, clinging to the tree bark with its claws, as active as a small child exploring the world. A light breeze blew, the branches and leaves rustled, making the lion cub a bit confused but still trying to climb to the highest point. Unexpectedly, a dry branch high up suddenly cracked under the weight of the young animal. The lion cub slipped off the branch and fell heavily onto the grass below, causing a loud noise in the quiet space. The mother lion's panicked roar tore through the silence, rushing to see if her cub was seriously injured. The lion cub groaned softly, trying to stand up, but immediately collapsed because of the pain piercing through her calf. The soft grass on the ground was not enough to absorb all the impact force, making the lion cub's wound even more severe. The mother lion leaned close to her cub, using her tongue to lightly lick the swollen areas, her wild eyes showing extreme worry. Realizing that her cub could not walk on its own, the mother lion roared softly, signaling that she needed to find a way to save it. In this vast savannah, the mother lion knows that only humans can provide quick medical assistance to her cub. Without hesitation, the mother lion puts her mouth on her cub, skillfully lifting it up, avoiding further pain. Walking slowly, she is determined to bring her cub closer to where the Kruger National Park staff regularly patrol. Every time she lifts her leg, the mother lion seems to tense up, trying to maintain her balance, because even a little carelessness can cause the lion cub more pain. A soft groan comes from the lion cub, making the mother lion's heart clench as if the pain is reverberating through her own body. In the eastern land, rangers are driving patrol vehicles, checking elephant tracks, and studying the movements of antelope herds. A black staff member named Sifo sits in the driver's seat, chatting with his teammates about today's work, his eyes still attentively observing the surroundings. As the car rolls, they suddenly spot a lioness in the distance, seemingly approaching unusually. Everyone is on guard, as a lion approaching a human vehicle is usually not a good thing. Sifo signals his teammates to prepare repelling devices if necessary, but his intuition tells him that something is unusual. The group's breathing suddenly slows, and they feel a surge of sympathy rising at this rare sight. The mother lion steadfastly approaches, gently placing her cub in front of the car, her eyes seeming to beg for help. Seemingly understanding the situation, Sifo slowly opens the door and steps out, his hands raised high to show that he has no intention of threatening. His teammates also leave the car, spreading out around, keeping their distance and always ready to intervene if the mother lion becomes aggressive. Surprisingly, the mother lion does not bare her fangs or growl, just stands next to her cub, occasionally bending down to lightly lick the tattered fur. Sifo takes a deep breath, slowly walking toward the cub to check the wound, his eyes still glancing at the mother lion's reaction. A few drops of sweat appear on his forehead, but he remains calm, knowing that any wrong move could cause the situation to spiral out of control. The mother lion roars softly, but does not attack. It seems that she understands that the man is trying to help her child. Sifo gently slides his hand down the lion cub's belly, checking the thigh muscles and the dirt-covered fur. The lion cub squints slightly in pain, letting out a weak sigh, making everyone feel even more sorry. After a few minutes of preliminary examination, Sifo realizes that the wound is mainly caused by a strong impact, leading to bruising and widespread pain. He happily informs everyone that the lion cub has no broken bones or internal injuries. A sigh of relief spreads through the air, and Sifo's teammates nod silently, looking at each other with satisfaction. The mother lion seems to recognize the positive signal, her eyes less tense, her tail also wagging less in defense. Taking advantage of the calm situation, Sifo invites another colleague holding a medical bag to come closer to assist. They take a bandage, soak it in antiseptic, and carefully rub it on the swollen thigh muscle of the lion cub. The lion cub's eyes are a little hesitant at this time, but it seems to be able to endure the first aid. The fur around the injured area is cleaned of mud and sand, making it easier to bandage. After disinfecting, Sifo fixes the thigh muscle area with a soft bandage, preventing the lion cub from moving too much. To relieve the pain, he prepares a gentle injection, ensuring that there will be no serious side effects. The lion cub trembles slightly when the needle touches the skin, then gradually calms down. Perhaps the medicine has taken effect. Eyes filled with amazement and admiration, they carefully take photos from a distance, not daring to get close to avoid disturbing them. Sifo checks the cub's breathing and heart rate one last time, and everything seems stable. He smiles reassuringly at the mother lion, grateful that she trusted him enough to save her child. For a few more minutes, the rangers carefully monitor the cub's reaction, guarding against any surprises. Then they decide to step back a little, giving the mother and cub some space to move freely. The cub tries to lift itself up, but the pain has not completely gone away. It collapses and cries softly. Sifo suggested waiting a little longer for the painkiller to take effect, then encouraged the cub to try moving again. While waiting, he took out an anti-inflammatory spray from the car and gently sprayed it on the bruise, hoping to speed up the recovery process. The mother lion watched every move, but did not show any discomfort because she realized that he was doing a good thing. The grassland was quiet. The birds were silent as if to make room for this humane moment. After about 2 hours, the lion cub's wound was basically bandaged, and the pain was significantly reduced. It slowly stood on all fours, trembled a bit, and then kept its balance better than before. Satisfaction was evident on Sifo's face. He nodded slightly to his teammates as a signal of success. Sifo smiled, raising his hand to indicate that everything was fine and that it would recover within the next 2 days. Looking at that look, the mother lion seemed relieved, no longer intending to stay long. The lion cub stepped back slightly, nestling against its mother's leg, tired but full of gratitude. The few staff standing around remained defensive, but their eyes were filled with joy for helping the wild animal overcome danger. The mother lion slowly walked around the cub, assessing its condition to see if it was strong enough to move. After confirming, it turned its gaze towards Sifo and the staff, letting out a short roar, perhaps to thank them. The lion cub also let out a low growl, as if saying goodbye to the kind hands. Everyone backed up the car, giving the mother and cub a wide path to leave the grassy area. The 4 cubs staggered a few steps, but then caught up with their mother, breathing the fresh air of the grassland. The cub's gait was still awkward, but it showed its determination not to let its mother worry anymore. The mother lion tilted her head and licked her cub's forehead, urging it to continue moving toward the edge of the forest. In their minds, the path back to its natural home was a sign of safety and recovery. Sifo and his teammates did not dare to get too close. They only observed from afar, ready to support if any problems arose. The sunbeams shone down on the patrol car, reflecting the silhouette of Sifo still sitting still, watching the mother and cub step by step. The sound of another car's engine echoed softly in the distance, signaling the next patrol schedule, but no one left before making sure the cubs were okay. The image of the pair of lions slowly disappearing behind the yellow bushes made many people sigh with relief and sadness. All eyes followed, watching every gentle and proud movement of the animal known as the king of the jungle. The mother lion walked ahead, occasionally turning back to check on her cub, in case another predator suddenly appeared. The cub was slow, but did not stop, its small heart beating steadily in the face of challenges. The trees gradually obscured the view, and only the faint sound of the wind blowing through the leaves could be heard. In Sifo's mind, the image of the mother lion bringing her cub to him for treatment still echoed, a scene that seemed almost surreal but was so real. He deeply felt the connection between humans and nature, a feeling that transcended all barriers of language or species. His teammates could not hold back their emotions either. Some quietly shared that this was the first time they saw a lion proactively seek help from humans. Back in the car, Sifo recorded the condition, time, and place of assistance to officially report to the Kruger National Park Management Board. He knew that the lion cub would need more time to fully recover, but his belief in its survival was stronger than ever. That day, throughout the Kruger savannah, the story of the Black Ranger and the mother lion who came to save her cub spread everywhere, a wonderful symbol of love, courage, and the magical bond between humans and the wild.